Obviously. Yes.
But anyway, so this is what we would have expected. So it looks like we're going with the usual suspects. We'll get paid paying Steve, which he's well known for. Death Star going with his Miguel. So it looks like at the very least I woke him up out of that character crisis for now. Definitely taking
TJ
Steve.
the pimp.
Definitely
Abe
taking.
says what's up.
Definitely taking will get paid seriously with this Miguel pick. He's not messing around. He wants that money. He wants them points. All right, here we go.
He wants to get paid.
Okay, so he's going in pretty tough here. We were talking before about how Miguel has some exploitable weaknesses in this game. A lot of it has to do with the fact that he's got to a lot of times do stuff that is quite punishable, and he's got to finish strings. If he doesn't finish the strings, if he starts partway through, then he's very vulnerable. Obviously, if Steve knows that. Also, just to kind of give you an idea, the guy who's playing Steve is named Steven, so that's why.
Oh yeah, we went over Steve plays Steve.
Steve
yes,
plays Steve. All right, just want to make sure. Oh, it hits him. Okay,
it.
10 count. It hurts. Yeah, establishing that throw game is something that can really, really work to the benefit, especially for a Steve player, since he does have different options there. But, okay, playing at this range here. Looks like Death Star's really backing up here. He's really kind of leaving a lot of real estate at the wall. All right.
Kind of giving up the stage a little bit.
Yeah, good interrupt. So generally speaking, Miguel's got some long limbs and he's got some moves that reach fairly far. So he doesn't want to be like up close and personal like this quite as much. Maybe against a character like King, but Steve is a boxer, right? He's got these compact moves.
Yes.
There's 10 count again. Whoa. He probably could have finished it right there, I think. Oh, the rage drive, but it's going to be at a weird angle. That is.
Does he normally combo off that? Oh, this is.
Yeah,
is
you
that
should
it?
normally be able to combo off that, but that should do it. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, that was actually kind of whack. It put him at a weird angle when you're at that stage where there's not really a whole lot you can do off of that. Okay. Then again, okay. Oh, tracking, hitting him with the lows, and then
I feel like he's going in a little more. He was being really passive before, and now
yeah,
he's trying to poke.
I think it served. Well, obviously against me, it obviously served him well to play really aggressive. But I think it's just a matter of especially when you're in these longer 3 out of 5 sets, get a little bit more time to kind of get a feel for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of what you want to do.
Whoa. Okay.
Not worth it. Pretty much a
he took all the damage still, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Goes into the stance, just stares at you with those beautiful eyes. Good block. That actually, that didn't look like it was actually a punish. That actually kind of looked like he had time to get up and recover. But
was there a reset in there somewhere?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Steve, I think, could have finished that at the wall, but it's all good. Finished with jabs, like a good boxer should. Not necessarily.
Yeah, that's not usually how you finish a boxing.
Yeah, that's not well, if you're doing the Mayweather style, then that's what you do.
Yes, exactly.
Oki. All right. Oh, that was a pretty good option there to catch the duck. Right. Yeah, he seems to really be playing at this like very, very far away range, which is not something that you usually see. Like this isn't usually a range that you see a lot of players do. But he's hit him with that a couple times.
That closed the distance real fast.
That ought to do it. Yep.
Oh.
Good work. All right, first game to Death Star. Back on his Miguel main. Maybe this will be what helps him solve his character crisis, as he told me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's been thinking about it. Miguel's not necessarily the best character in this game. Like you said, he's got a lot of exploitable weaknesses, trying to decide if he wants to go with something a little more top tier, or if alternatively he wants to go lower on the tier list and play Lucky Chloe, but at the very least you can, do Lucky Chloe stuff in that particular scenario, so that's good too. So we're going to hop in here into game 2. It seemed like Will Get Paid got hit with a lot of kind of those like larger launchers that I'm not used to seeing him hit. Especially, it seems like he got caught ducking quite a bit. So we're going to see if it's going to be an adjustment. That's kind of one of the main strengths that Miguel was having in that round, is that he was able to hit him with a bunch of lows. And when you hit someone with a bunch of lows, you're able to force him into ducking. And when you duck, that's when you can really unleash that big damage.
You can see the low damage definitely.
Yes.
It starts to get high.
It builds up for sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, Tekken's weird that way, or at least as far as it's a 3D fighter, so it's like ducking is generally something that you want to try to avoid doing, but if you eat enough lows, you really don't have much of a choice. So that's where he was kind of getting him. He was kind of hitting him with those lows, and then we're able to hit him with big while-standing counter hit launchers for a lot of damage, but hitting him right here, Albatron. Ooh,
did you miss something?
Yep, get something off of that. Miguel doesn't really get a ton off of those kind of sweeps like that, which is kind of interesting since he's kind of like this big, burly, angry Spanish guy. You'd expect him to do a bunch of damage off stuff like that, but it's actually kind of paltry compared to some characters, but hey, whatever. Okay, so he's in Rage now, so he's got access to that Rage drive again. If he can hit it a little bit more clean this time, then he might be able to put this pretty close to away, but we're also running low. 9 seconds left on the clock, so
I'm looking at here.
He's going to have to – and Will Get Paid.
I feel like he had to.
Will Get Paid. He kind of had to, right? once he kind of hit that point, will get paid when he sees that is not the kind of a guy who's going to bite on something like that.
I think he saw 5 seconds. He's like, I'm just going to sit.
You kind of have to, but like again, will get paid is not the kind of person because again, those lows kind of build up, but Miguel doesn't have any that do like that much damage that quickly, so he was going to have to just risk it all on that. Okay. Oh, ducking. Yeah, he's been ducking quite a bit too. Chariot tackles through, kind of do a bit of a side switch there, but he did lose a little bit of real estate on that one.
Yes, he did. Kind of, actually.
Just kind of pushing him toward the wall, seeing if we can't get a little bit better position here. But runs his way back out, so we're toward the middle again. Ooh, counter hit. Going to take that. That's going to hurt,
heavily
too.
in his favor.
Sidewall did sing a little bit, but this is a really bad spot. Finishes with the mid. Not bad at all. Okay, let's see. The other thing with this, too, is that it's interesting is that this stage is quite a bit smaller than the last one they played in. So this one right here.
He picked this stage, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he did. I wasn't actually paying
He went
too
to
much
stage
attention.
select after the first.
Yeah, he went to select. I think he didn't like that stage. But this is this right here is a very small stage in the overall thing of it. And obviously in a game like this where walls are so important, you don't really have a lot of. You have to kind of really put a lot to it. Steve can be really dangerous at the wall. He's got some really interesting mix-ups he can do. He's got some throw mix-ups, good throw break. Getting hit with that throw puts you in a really negative position. So you take that damage on top of that, but he did, and he was able to close it out.
This is a good match.
It is a good match. Yeah, these are two of the better players that we have in Phoenix. Two of the best players, honestly, I would say. So I was expecting a pretty good match out of them, and they're pulling it in so far. And on top of that, yeah, they're both playing their both playing their go-tos. Oh, good interrupt on that. That's what I was not able to do.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about before the match started.
Yeah,
interrupting.
I'm not sure if you went over it, but that I'm sure you were with Steve. He was telling you about that. But if you get hit with that kind of kip up rolling forward attack and they jab you, there's a way with the frames work that it floats you automatically, so you get a free combo off of that. It's just really one of the kind of interesting parts of the game, and there are only a few characters that have them. But Steve did a really good job interrupting it right there. Okay, going through it with it. Ooh, okay. Last life. This is where it's so dangerous. Okay, rage drive spent. Oh, went for it, but not gonna work. In that instance too, he was really running low on time. He wasn't really gonna have to do much, so he kind of had to go for it.
Commit to something.
Kind of had to commit to something, and that would have made it close. That would have made it to the point where it would have been like one mix-up away. Yep. So yeah, it would have probably made it fairly close. Again, it's kind of interesting because he doesn't really get a ton of damage off of that compared to a lot of other different characters when they have like those kind of slow lows. But it would have put it at least close enough for him to have been able to win with one mix-up, which is where you want to be, obviously. So it looks like we're having another stage switch, or possibly, I'm not sure if Death Star is contemplating switching characters here. If he switches, I would guess Lucky Chloe would be who he would go to. I think that's what he was talking about as like his main secondary.
Huh, interesting. And there he goes.
Lucky Chloe. Okay. So Lucky Chloe is kind of the exact opposite of Miguel in a lot of respects.
Yeah, you're going to have to give me the rundown.
They're very similar. So Lucky Chloe, well, she's similar to Miguel in the same sense that Lucky Chloe does have to take a lot of risks in order to do stuff. But the difference between her and Miguel comparatively is that Lucky Chloe has a lot of moves that have a lot of built-in evasion, right?
Okay.
So she'll have moves that she'll be able to do that will lead to low crushes, so it'll duck stuff or it'll go over stuff and stuff like that. Sidestep, stuff like that. So she has to take risks in order to do that, but at the same time, if she's able to kind of build that up a little bit, or if she's able to really get a read on what the opponent's going to do, she can do a lot of good stuff. And the other thing, and this is kind of where it's ironic as well, is that whenever I was telling that Miguel doesn't get as much damage as some other characters, Lucky Chloe does a ton of damage.
Oh,
so that Spaniard,
so
that Spaniard guy doesn't really do as much.
But the girl with the cat gloves.
The cat gloves and the twin toe idol, she can do a ton of damage off a lot of different setups. So it's going to be interesting to see. And she's kind of got a lot of like kind of tricky stuff too. She's got a lot of like kind of breakdancing type moves. But she is vulnerable like what Steve's doing right here if you put her in the corner like this, because a lot of her
we just got knocked out for doing that.
That's the move. Yeah, that's something that'll do a lot. All right, but that's round one. Bleh. Okay. See, stuff like that right there. See,
like so he's got unsafe. It's a punish.
He's got these, yeah. So she's got all these different launchers, but again, you have to put a lot of faith into a lot of them. Ooh, tries to hit him with the big uppercut, but didn't quite work out there. Ooh, hop kick, but not punished. Lucky Chloe's interesting in that she's got two different hop kicks with each leg, and they both have different frame data. So you have to kind of pay attention to it.
Know that.
Yeah. So one of them is punishable by like launch. The other one you have to kind of know. Oh, hits him with the double. Launches, is going to the wall. Not quite.
Oh,
but that'll do it. That move, down forward. I'm horrible with notation. I apologize, but that move as well is really, really good as far as a mid goes. Really fast, pretty safe. Really gives you a lot of good. Oh, flying cross chop. Okay. Oh,
Ow.
counter. Yep, that's Steve too. That's the other reason he's a boxer is because he's got those excellent counter hit setups. And now he's at the wall, and this is definitely not a place like Chloe wants to be, especially against Steve. So we're going to see. He goes for it again. See, you see what I talked about right there?
Yeah.
The double left to a back turn, but he was able to duck out of the back turn, which people can do. But just kind of that's kind of the nature of the evasion for the most part. So, but we got 2-1 now. Up. Oh, I think that probably should have been a punish. I think he was just a little bit late. Up, mix up.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so that throw essentially just leaves it to chance, right? So she's got a few different options she can do. So you can duck in the back turn, but if you duck, then she could possibly hit you with like a hop kick or something like that.
Okay, so it's in her favor. But
it's definitely in her favor. So it's a setup for something bigger, but it's like the setup for
Is that a throw or is it a?
The swing under the legs is a throw.
Okay. And
then after that, you get additional setups off of that. Okay, spin around, Cali roll. Oh, counter hit. Oh, I think he was really hesitating there because he was thinking that it was going to hit the wall. Oh, he finishes the string, though.
Ooh.
This is going to put it pretty close. One mix-up.
Oh.
Oh, goes for the mid. Big hit. All right. So there we go, 2-1. Lucky Coley pays off for at least one game. So now we're going to see is Steve going to – I think a stage select. I don't expect him to switch characters at all. But kind of interesting – I'm kind of interested to see what his idea is as to what kind of stages he's looking for. Because the Violet – Systems is actually, I think, fairly neutral. It's a fairly neutral stage for the most part. But we'll have to see it.
It might just be a thing where he just likes to change the stage, kind of fresh
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't take a whole lot of time to get back into it though. He was going straight for it. So here, Abandoned Temple 2. Nothing. It's like medium all around.
Okay.
Although this
really
one does have
normal stage.
Yeah, pretty normal. It does have a few weird angles, but it's not too much different. So we'll see if that really takes much effect into it. Letting the intro rock like a good Lucky Chloe player. I've told him before. I've warned him. If anyone is happening to watch, and I've beat this point to death. If you're playing Lucky Chloe and you are not letting the intro rock, if you're playing Lucky Chloe and you are not letting the intro rock, then you are losing out on free psychological advantages. I'm going to go ahead and I'll take that home with me to the day I die.
Sean, dude, is the volume better? You could let us know.
Sean, dude. What's up, Sean? Where you at, dog?
Is that not here, apparently?
Well, Sean's not here, and then I got to do commentary junk, and I don't got quite the vast repertoire of commentary abilities.
Let us know how the game volume is. We tried turning it up.
Okay. I went through. There we go. Get back to it. Took the first round. Wasn't paying attention too much. Okay. Breakdancing. Do a little bit. Oh, hits him. Oh, it doesn't get a whole lot off of it, though. That's kind of a killer.
Does he miss?
Yeah, I missed it.
Okay.
Let's see. Back turn so dangerous. Oh, goes into the throw. Yep. One of the most damaging things she can do is out of that back turn stance if she hits California roll. And it's super. It does a ton. But really, really good wall pressure, so that's good to go. Okay, 1-1. Gonna see. Oh, into pressure, good sidestepping. All right, down jab to stop it. Pretty good punch on that one to lead to more pressure. Oh, he ducked the first part of it, and then he stood up into the rest.
I see. You get a punch on that if you duck the whole thing?
I think you get a little bit once you finish the duck. Because that move itself with the armor is actually really good. But it is duckable, so you have some options there. Oh, going for it. Both in rage, okay. Death Star goes for it first. The lows. Oh, he didn't do it. Oh, the excellent low parry.
Ooh.
That breakdance is actually something that I'm surprised that Steve got hit with because it's kind of strange, right? You have a bunch of lows with followed by a couple mids, followed by like a low.
Okay.
Okay, play.
You're
Okay.
up, yep.
Perfect. I will go ahead. I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and
thanks for the help, man.
Here. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Someone else can help you out. I will be there. Thank you. I'm good.
All right, so Steve is almost ready to take this game. Lucky Chloe very low on life and takes it. Will he stick with Lucky Chloe now that it's 2-2? Let's see here. Did Arnold show up? He did not. He did not show up. Sticks with Lucky Chloe. It's 2-2, so we're at a set point. This is it. Definitely decided Miguel wasn't going to work, and geez, that did so much damage. Steve's making it work, though. Now we're even. 2 rages. Oh, and then Lucky Chloe uses one, and it works. Takes the first round. that looks like it's going to be painful. Ooh, jumps into the uppercut. It lands. He's taking him across the stage. Oh, you're not really that close to the corner.
Jackie boy. Ask Scott to commentate with you.
Oh, that's 2-1. That's 1-1. Just kidding. Yeah, man, I'm just watching. That's how good it is because I don't know what to say. She's wearing headphones and cat. Oh, see, that's what generally the noises I'm making is oh when someone gets knocked in their dome. Oh, is that it? Oh, I think that's invincible, and it's not invincible at all. It was 0% invincible. She danced and then got immediately killed. This is round for Steve here. The round to win the set and go to grand finals. The Lucky Chloe pick started off good. Oh, Steve. Because, he has to do this much damage and he wins. Like any button. Oh, look, there it is. The Lucky Chloe pick ends up not quite being enough. He'll have to work his way back through to grand finals.